I watched your video for Love Me Loud. It's the live from Willow Studios. I have to share with you something that was a little funny when I started watching the video. So I think that's Barnaby at the beginning, right? He's the first in the first shot. So we got Barnaby in the shot, and then it pans over, and then I see this guy doing these jerking motions, which I assumed was your background singer. I thought there were bees in the room because I didn't know what he was doing. I was like,
"That's so funny."
I was taken aback.
Put that in. That's so funny. I'll tell him. Is he okay?
Is he okay?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, constantly practicing, but yeah, you didn't have context. They're my best friends too. It's just all of us. We're just like basically just all best friends that like to play music together.
I've seen some other pictures of you, of that group together. That's your group. Those are your homies. That's like your group of people that you hang out with, and you're all talented. Apparently, like everybody that you hang out with is talented.
Yeah, they're extremely, like, ridiculously talented, all of them. They're they're all geniuses. I'm very lucky. Surrounded by geniuses.
That's awesome. So Love Me Loud is a little autobiographical, right? The lyrics.
Yes, yeah.
Tell me about that.
So Barnaby, it's Barney really. I mean, actually, no, it's Barnaby, it's his real name, but we call him Barney. He and I, basically, we met in Thailand in 2017, and we immediately sort of clicked and started writing. So we wrote the whole of Catharsis together, or made the whole of Catharsis together. We've basically been like inseparable partners, musical partners for years now, for like nearly 5 years. And we were kind of best friends. We became best friends over the years. And then basically in like late December last year, we accidentally fell in love.
How did that happen? Was that like in one day you just woke up and go, oh, we're in love?
It actually was kind of like that. It was the most bizarre period of my life. It was December 2020. So we just one day, it was like, well, actually it was over 2 days. I came here to make 111 and to like do the final mixes and masterings for those. And suddenly we were just like looking at each other differently. What's going on?
That's great.
So yeah, it's hilarious sort of. So basically, while we were working out what to do about that, we had to keep it a little bit on the down low, because it was, a lot of risk to friendship, and all the people we love are very interconnected. So but then we're getting married now.
Yeah, congratulations.
So it's all really nice, but yeah, it was autobiographical at the time. So that was the first song we wrote together after we were together.
Oh,
as well.
Wow. Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Oh, that's right. Like, there's no better way to tell the world than writing a song and releasing it to the world. Okay. Yeah. Let's just not tell a couple people. Let's just bring it on the whole world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's attention seeking at its finest.
Oh man, so the album 111, let's talk about this, because I'm really fascinated by this phenomena of the ones in 111, and this is something that, like, with clocks and all this kind of, there's a phenomena that I have experienced in life with seeing ones in a lot of ways. Is that part of this? I just said you were born January 11th, right?
I was born November the 11th. So
first of November.
Yeah, which is first of the 11th, and at 1:11 in the morning.
Wow.
So I think I've always just been like, that's cool. I'll call a project that. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's actually not much deeper than that, other than it felt like semi like almost like naming it after like something to do with me that didn't have to be like a self-titled thing, I guess.
Wow.
But yeah, I like the numbers. I'm not sure if I've sort of delved into the like numerology thing. I'm not sure I'm completely convinced. I'd be open to being convinced. Yeah. But I love 111. It's cool.
Yeah, It is cool. Yeah, and I saw that because I know I'm not into numerology or any of that stuff too. It's just an odd phenomena that I've shared with other people, because I thought I was the only one who was kind of like noticing this 111 when I look at the clock. I'm like, why does that number come up 90% of the time? I don't understand.
That's weird. That is weird. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I often see 1111.
1111.
I mean, I guess it's because we're looking, it's like what's it called, confirmation bias or something. Whereas we probably do look at the clock a lot of other times and it's not that number, but we don't log it or something. I don't know. I'm probably trying to be too logical.
It probably is, though. You know, you disregard 1237 because it's not special. But every time you see 1111, oh my gosh, something crazy is going on. So Surrender is your latest release, right? You just released that May 6th. So this is a fresh one.
It is fresh, yeah. Wow. I wrote that, I think it was almost like pandemic time. I actually can't remember exactly when I wrote it, but it was to me about I can be a little bit like fearful of the future and like trying to like control outcomes, and I think that had got to like a peak for me around, it was probably just before the pandemic, so I can't even blame it on the pandemic, but I had to like write a song to calm me down from trying to be too like, I don't know, trying to control the future by worrying about it intensely. So that's kind of what that one's about. Oh,
that's great. That's going on the new album. That's on the album, right? That's just an early single release. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that one will be Madly, one called Hotel Room from Catharsis. There's like a few I'd sort of handpick and then put into an album. Yeah.
When do you think you'll release that? What are your plans time-wise?
So I've just started working with a new manager. So we're kind of in the plan, like brainstorm stage now. I think it still might be a while, annoyingly, because what we want to do is like is build a profile and stuff. And essentially every time you're starting with, we're not starting from scratch because obviously a lot's been built in the years I've been doing it, but you have to kind of come at it with fresh eyes and go, right, we need to gig, we need to like target our gigs in a certain way as well. We need to be doing the gigs we want to, like, we really want to do Pride, we really want to do GAY and Heaven in London. Like we know that our audience belongs to that kind of demographic, which I love. So it's kind of like starting to be more precise about what we're doing rather than me basically trying to be like, oh, I'll try this and that, and just like messily releasing songs. So I don't know. I hope soon. I hope within like a year and a half, but I don't know. Hopefully, more music will definitely be released within that time, though. It just might not be an album, because we need to like find.
So you'll be writing more. You'll be writing some new stuff for it too, right? I mean, it's just not a repackaging of some of the older stuff. It's newer material as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got about 3 more albums that are sort of sitting ready to go now that aren't on Spotify. So it'll probably be like taking the best from that and then maybe a couple from what's already out. It'll be a very long album though, so we need to be a bit careful. It might need to be in 2 parts. But yeah, the plan is very much like build a campaign around an album and touring and everything.
Yeah.
Need to figure out the best way of doing it with my new team. So
you have a gig coming up in August?
I do, yeah.
At the Lalo? Is it called the Lalo?
Lalo, yeah. In West London. So yeah, that'd be fun. We love gigging. Gigging's our favorite thing as well, my favorite thing. So oh yeah, you wish you could do it more, but it also though because it's few and far between at the moment because of where we're at in our progress, it makes them more special. So kind of once every 6 months or whatever. So and that's in August.
Is the lineup like it was for the live Green Eyes performance? The 3 of you?
No, it's the same lineup as the Love Me Loud video.
Oh, so the bigger, the big group.
Band, yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so it's like all dancing and it's quite a big show.
No bees. No bees?
No bees. We might try the bees this time. An experiment. It's summer.
Oh man. Do you have any nightmare gig stories? Like anything that you've done that's been super challenging. I don't know. Sometimes, yeah, tell me one. I'd love to hear it.
I do. I mean, I've most of my gigs, something has gone wrong. I've like or like pulled the cord out or something. But Barney's, I mean, he's upstairs, he should tell you himself, but he once, this actually wasn't his fault. Basically, we were playing Kew Gardens it was like 8,000 people. We were opening up for Craig David. And we got on stage, and the first song, it sounds a bit weird to me in my head, but we kind of got through it. Then it got to the second track, which was Zachariah, and it opens with a pre-recorded synth line. And I hear that in my ears, like 5, 6, 7, 8, and then nothing. And I was like,
oh shoot.
Sorry, you just talk amongst yourselves, kind of thing. And basically what he hadn't realized was that somehow the keyboard had like jolted one of the switches all the way down to 0, but it wasn't something that you usually mess with. So all the techs and Barney were like looking at this keyboard like, we don't know why it's not working.
No.
And so there's 8,000 people. I'm like chatting away, being like, oh, sorry, this is embarrassing. And then I sort of got to like a minute in, and I was like, we're just going to have to carry on. So I said to Ash, my guitarist, and my drummer, Camille, I was like, do you know, like the acoustic version of this one? Yep, cool, go. 5, 6, 7, 8. And Ash was like, okay, yeah. Then like, well, I think it was like halfway through the song, Barney and the techs realized that it was like this fader that had accidentally like completely faded it up. And I was like, yes. It was like a bit of the most relieving moment of my life.
Oh my gosh.
Like top 3 relieving moments of my life.
And of course it has to happen in front of 8,000 people instead of the little club gig with, a dozen people, on a slow night. It had to be that. Oh my gosh.
Funnily enough, though, I will say that actually when things go wrong, the crowd weirdly warm to you more. I found like they because it's going wrong, they're like, oh no,
they're with you.
Sorry, yeah, they root for you almost even harder sometimes. So, and luckily we had they were really nice. The crowd, they were like, yay! They're like,
they're like, we're all in this together type of mentality. We're all gonna fix this. We'll all be with you. Oh my gosh. Exactly. So here's a question for you that I like to ask people that I interview. So the question is, if you could have a private dinner with anybody, living or deceased, and be able to sit down with that person, anybody in history, living, dead, or who would that person be for you?
Oh my God, that's so tough. I don't know.
Take your time. Think about it.
My brain went to like really bad things. Like my brain went to, this is awful. I'm probably going to get cancelled before I've even done anything. But my brain, I think it's because of something. It was either something Ricky Gervais or Norm Macdonald said or something. But someone said something about like wanting to sit down with somebody like Hitler, so that you could like, what are you like? What are you
talk him out of it?
Yeah, exactly. Or like understand, like try and like get to go to the psyche. But I won't pick that one. Do you know? This is probably like not interesting to anyone else. The person would actually be my grandma Sylvia, who my second name. That's my second name. Yeah. I never met her, but I felt her presence like all the time, like from when I was born somehow, even though I never knew her. So it probably would be her, actually.
Wow.
Her and Hitler.
That's a great. Maybe you get the three to get together. The three of you. Hitler, please pass the salt, Adolf, if you can, please.
Sorry, everyone.
That's great. It's funny because when you said it's somebody that maybe I shouldn't think of, I instantly thought Hitler. Even before you said it.
You almost want to like, I don't know, like, just so you could scream at him or something. Yeah. Like, not that would, like that's an understatement, but just definitely like there's so many people though, not just him, that you could, interesting people who are also really nice that you could sit down with. But my brain went there. I apologize. That's just what happened. What can I say?
Oh, don't apologize. I like it. Okay, I have a picture. I'm going to share the screen. and show you. Let's see if I can do this. What the hell was going on here?
So that is, oh my God, that's like the last picture I thought you were going to show me. That was very recently at me and Barney's engagement party. So it was basically this like hilarious little photo booth that was at the pub we were at, where they just told you what faces to pull. I don't know what face we were, maybe that was like be surprised or be like, I don't know, but that's me in the middle and Barney is top right.
I love Barnaby's psychotic eye up there.
That's so funny.
It is so cool. It's such a great picture. I look at that and I'm like, oh man, you know, these friends, they got to be so close and they're just having the time of their life. It's joy. Yeah. It's pure joy to me. I love this picture.
It is pure joy. It actually is. Yeah, that's my friends, John, Josie, and Tommy. That they're hilarious.
Love that.
That's so funny.
That is so cool. So yeah, you're talking about doing some live stuff. Do you think you'll ever get to the States? You'll ever come out here and perform, or what?
I'd love to. To be honest, that's where I want to be. Really, I think I feel like that's where I'm supposed to be sometimes as well. Because actually, a lot of the audience seem to be stateside as well. Yeah. So I hope so is the answer. Definitely, I've already spoken with my management, and actually they've sort of alluded to that as well. I want to, I'd love to go to Nashville. I want to go to LA. I want to go to, I want to go to New York. I want to go everywhere and tour and do whatever. But you need a plan, wouldn't you, to do it for a reason. But one of the artists that's on my management's roster has just done a showcase in New York, and he's British as well. So hoping maybe something like that can happen one day, be on the cards one day. Have
you been out here before?
I have actually a lot, but never for music.
Oh, okay.
We're actually gonna go. Me and Bunny are gonna go on our honeymoon. We're gonna go from San Francisco across the middle all the way and end up in Disney World, and then do a week in Disney World.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Are you driving? We're gonna
drive. We're gonna do a long trip, do 3-4 days in each place, and do a long sort of trek across America.
That's going to be a nice holiday for you. That's a lot of time to get across the country and stay in each place, because you don't want to just drive through everything. You got to look around and spend some time. San Francisco is a great place to start too. I mean, I'm sure you've been to San Francisco before. Yeah.
I've been to LA before, and New York, and Disney World loads because I love it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite place in the world.
Oh yeah. Have you been to Disneyland as well?
Haven't actually, only Disney World. I think I'm a bit I'm a bit biased towards it. I'm like, I don't want to even try anywhere else. But I should. We should do Disney to Disney.
That's cool. That would be cool. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely different. Disney World, I find you walk a lot because everything is so spread out.
Yes.
And Disneyland is very, consolidated. The two parks are right next to each other, and you can go back and forth and stuff. But I mean, it's, you can't lose whatever park.
There's nothing better than Disney anything.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. But even places I really want to go to Nashville. One of my mentors is a girl called Amy Wadge, and she wrote Thinking Out Loud with Ed Sheeran. She's an amazing writer. She was sort of saying to go to Nashville as well. So I'm kind of hoping that can kind of happen.
Oh man.
En route, maybe in the honeymoon, a working honeymoon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. What an incredible place for music. Nashville is mind blowing. So that'll be a lot of fun. Wow, man, that's so cool. When are you planning on doing that? When are you start that?
So we're getting married on the 7th of July next year. So it'd be just after that. So July next year, July into August. Whereabouts are you based? Is this your studio?
I'm in LA County. Yeah. So
Are you?
I'm in
Come
LA.
say hi.
Yeah, absolutely. If you could swing by LA, let me know. I'd love to come out and say hi to you guys.
Amazing. And so this is your home studio. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's
and
just
you're a guitarist as well. I can see all your guitars.
Yeah. So it's just my, and don't let the mirror fool you, because that's a mirror back there.
Oh, I see. That's so cool, though. I love the way they're all displayed.
Yeah, and there's more on the other wall too. Then there's some in the closet. You know, I'm a guitar addict, so I'm definitely spending too much money on that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just a little, home studio just to lay down demos and stuff like that. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. I saw Barnaby.
It's in your house as well.
What's that?
It's in your house.
It's in my house. I'll tell you a little story. So when I moved in here a couple of years ago, I got a tour of the house, and I looked in the master bedroom. This is the master bedroom. It's the biggest. Cool. It's the biggest room in the house. And I walked in, and I'm like, studio. Yeah. I'm like, I don't need to put a bed in here. I'll go sleep in one of the tiny ass rooms over here. I'm not going to be in the bedroom, very much.
No, you're going to be making music.
Yeah. So
that's the priority room.
Yeah, so I just sleep in one of the bedrooms, and then this is where I spend my time. So yeah, I've got a connected bathroom, and then I've got, I
love that.
All this whole thing is all my studio, because before that it's like I was in a tiny space, and then I'd have to like take my guitar out, put it away, take the bass, put it in the case, and it's like putting stuff away and there's just no room to have everything on display. But now everything is out. I just sit down and start working. So it's cool. Yeah. It
looks awesome. I think you've done have you got like an LED strip as well, like along the back wall?
I do.
Yeah, we've got that everywhere to make it look like it's all neon.
It adds a little atmosphere to it. It's cool. I like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I've got the floods. It's kind of like a music studio / video studio also, because I do all of the reaction videos in here too. Got the lights over there and a ring light in front of me, and so it's all set up.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's funny. So cool. Yeah, my last question on here was what's coming up for you, but I think we kind of covered what's coming up for you for the most part. Yeah.
Basically just like operation, take what we've built and turn it into something big, hopefully, and something we love and we're proud of. And we can like share with everyone, because we're sitting on so much music and we love it, but it's like we're just desperate to release it really properly and like really do it. So it's about like patience and working with our team, building something really meaningful and really robust, and then hopefully releasing it to the world.
And more videos coming too?
There aren't any more videos at the moment, but there definitely will be.
Yeah.
Very soon. As soon as it's basically like I feel a bit embarrassed that you've caught me at a moment where actually we're sort of in limbo. If I'm honest, probably too honest. So where I have a clear vision, but the steps to get there are kind of in progress right now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's really exciting, actually. I'm excited to be working with a really lovely team, and they it's fun. We're very lucky, very privileged to do what we do.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, basically just TikTok.
Yeah.
Which takes up a lot of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you do TikTok as well?
That's how I found you.
But do you make your own?
I don't make mine. No, I don't share any content on that platform, but I'm on it. I'm on it a lot.
Yeah.
And where did I see, was it YouTube that I saw you doing like little snippets of covers and stuff like that? Is that on YouTube or is that on TikTok?
That's TikTok. Yeah. That's TikTok. I've been so anti. Again, I probably shouldn't say this either. I've been so anti-social. I'm really like find social media hard. I'm like one of those. I'm just rubbish at it. So this is quite a new thing. Like TikTok is, and it's actually going okay. It's going better than I thought. But yeah, it's really time consuming. And also sometimes people say mean things, and I'm like, learning how to deal with that as well.
Oh my gosh. And it's funny that you brought that up, because just recently, running the channel, people, they're brutal. They're brutal.
Yeah.
Some of them are, they're mean sometimes. And I get these, and I know, they're just trolls or just people that are out to just cause havoc and wreak havoc. But it's hard not to take it personally sometimes. And it gets in your head. And it takes me a little while to kind of reconcile that, because I have the power to block people when they say stuff on the channel. So that's nice. But it still gets in your head,
Yeah.
when people are
I kind of, it does, because I think if you're not naturally a person who would go out of their way to just, make any sort of negative or positive sometimes comment, it's like you can't really understand the psychology of it.
Yeah.
I think for me, if it's any consolation, the more I've got, the less I care. Yeah. So actually it almost might be a case of just like you learn how to let it bounce off you a bit more. But yeah, right. When I was first, like some of the videos that were, they're still not getting loads of views, but some of the ones that were getting more, basically the more people it gets exposed to, the more negativity you get.
Exactly.
So at first I was like, oh my God, oh no. And I almost wanted to be like, shut down the thing and be like, don't look at me, a bit like earlier when he asked me to sing madly. But yeah. But yeah, actually, the more time goes on, I'm like, actually, this is old news now. Come at me. I don't care.
One of the nice things, though, that I do get from it are the positive comments, and the comments that I saw for your video when I posted madly were beautiful, and the people were like, I've never heard of this person. I cannot stop listening to this song. Another person, this is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for bringing this to the channel. I would have never known about this person. Read them if you haven't read the comments for the video.
I read them. I have. They're so nice. Beautiful. And also what you said, my whole family love you, because I don't know how I even found your video. I think I'd noticed that there was some sort of tag on YouTube or something, but it's not something I would have usually checked because I don't really have that happen.
Yeah.
But I found it, and me and my partner, in fact, I'd love to introduce you to Barney. If that's okay.
I'd love to meet him. Yeah,
because he'd love to say hi, because he loves you too. But yeah, we literally, me and him just sat in bed or nearly crying, because I hadn't got my management yet. It was a bit of a rough time. We were a bit so I was definitely thinking oh my God, what's going to happen to me with music and stuff. I don't know it didn't seem like anything. I don't know. There didn't seem like there was much good in the future that I could see or that I could be sure of. And then we came across your video, and you really did make you really made a big impact on me. And then I sent it to my mom and my stepdad in our family WhatsApp, and my mom is not a crier, and she was like, I've just sat here in tears watching this. And then my stepdad said the same thing, because it means a lot. It's been quite a long journey, and it's been quite up and down, my journey with music. We've had a lot of, as everyone has, a lot of rejections, a lot of near misses and false starts and ups and downs. So to have somebody the detail that you put into it, and the time, and how much you understood what I was trying to do meant so much in a time where I didn't think anybody cared at all. So I'm really grateful. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. It does. It really does. It means a lot to me. I get surprised sometimes, not a lot, I've been doing this. I've only been doing it since October, believe it or not. And in short amount of time, I've been exposed to so much music, and I see a lot because I put out videos, multiple videos, sometimes a day. So I'm doing this. I sit down and I'll do 10 reactions at a time, one after another, just to log them, and then I have to edit them. And I was quite literally shocked by your video, and I didn't expect that I was going to go on that journey when I started watching that. I knew I was in for it when I hit the pre-chorus for the first time. I melted. That pre-chorus, oh my God. the hair on my arm stood up. I was just like, I was taken out of my body. It was like, I was just so completely elevated when I heard that. And you could see it in the video if you look, because I'm sitting there and then I looked, I'm like looking to the side, like, I'm like, oh crap, I'm in trouble. This is going to be, this is going to be something else. And then it's only outdone by the chorus, that pre-chorus. It's only outdone by the chorus and those beautiful angelic backing vocals that are drenched in reverb. Barnaby's a genius, and I told you this before. This guy is absolutely phenomenal.
He's honestly, you have no idea. Like, he is the most talented person I've ever known in my life. Like, he's unbelievable. He's so patient. He's so kind. Everyone loves him as well. He's like one of those people, one of those producers where if somebody comes to do their record with him, they never want to work with anyone else. Exactly. They do their whole album with him. He's very special. He's very young, like he's young, like he's just getting going as well. He's 28. Wow. So he's just getting started. And really, his life is looking very exciting. He's so talented. I should grab him. Should I grab him now?
I'd love to say hi to him.
Just shout, Barney. Do you want to come downstairs to meet Jeff? We're just making TikToks.